Hey Virgo, this is your reading for the month of August. I actually just started a Patreon page, so this is a general reading, so it may not resonate for all of you. So generally, take what resonates, leave the rest. But if it does resonate for you, I would suggest you check out the Patreon page where you can access all my extended readings. Also, I'll put in the link, and this is, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Mars, or Venus. If you have Virgo in those placements in your chart, it may very well apply to you. But in general, Sun, Moon, Rising is like a good marker to go by, whatever signs you have in those placements. And then you can check out the rest of the videos I have for this month and for those signs. And I'm not sure if I said I'd put the link in the description below where you can get that birth chart for free and like figure out what your placements are. Sorry, I drank a bunch of coffee hoping to like speed up my readings right now because I've been a little bit off my game today. Not intuitively, just more so communicatively. Actually, isn't Mercury in retrograde right now? I don't know. It's been in everything's been in retrograde back and forth. But yeah, so anyways, yeah. It's gonna be different, like I said. What's different is, well, okay, so as usual, I'll say, we'll go through the vision that I had during my meditation time for you guys. Actually, I think I need to turn down my music too. I guess not. Sorry. Then the other thing, so after I let you guys know the vision I had, then I'll do a regular past, present, future reading, and then I'll look at your current block that's keeping you from being at your highest potential right now. Then from there, the extended reading on the Patreon will have a general action plan based off of this reading, a love, past, present, future basic reading, and then look into your past person and any new person coming in, or if you're not looking for it or looking at a new person coming in, just in general, the kind of energy you'd be attracting right now. And then from there, we can do a love action plan. Again, if you're not looking to try to bring anyone specific in or anything in, it's more so an action plan where you can also work on yourself and build things in yourself and change things in your scenario so that you can be attracting that higher vibrational loving energy in general. So not just romantic and those kind of connections. So let me make sure I have everything set. Oh, I'll go ahead and put the decks in the description below. And yeah, so let's get started. As far as the vision I had for you guys, it was basically, it's like you're in a tub or something like that, and you're trying to turn around, and every time you try to turn around, your hand slips when you're trying to use the sides to turn around. And it's like you're trying to look at something, but each time your hand slips, and so you're not able to turn, and it's like you're trying to look at something or look in a different direction. So that was the main gist of that. So let's get into pulling the energy for you guys, what energy you guys are working with. And this is a new deck. I haven't used this deck for anybody, including myself, yet. So trying to think, do you guys have any more new decks? No, not in this reading. So Spirit, God, Universe, what message do you have for Virgo for the month of August in relation to the vision so far? What energy are they coming in with? What is their energy? What are they dealing with? What do you need them to see and be aware of? Thank you, God. And I'm a Virgo as well, but you would never know it. Or maybe you would know it, but I'm a little bit, I lack in the organization realm. Or no, I like to organize things, but I'm a Pisces rising, so I'm a little bit more, I'm opposite on some of the Virgo traits than what's usually expected from a Virgo. So, Dragonfly Mermaid, you've attracted wonderful news. Well, that's nice to know. I feel like in this, it's like you've attracted wonderful news, but part of your attracting wonderful news is like allowing it to come to you, is literally like getting into a place with the universe where you're like, okay, I actually trust the universe is working for me. So I don't have to, like, you guys might be trying in your own selves, you know, what you're supposed to do, you know, following through with what you're shown to do. But part of it is also like you finally learn to be like, this is what a lot of the readers are saying right now, the last few months. Basically, you know, the same thing of, if it's meant to be for me, I'll get it. I'll have it. You know, like you can't force something for you that's already meant for you anyways. So it's like some of you guys are really starting to learn how to be embraced by the universe and be embraced by the circumstances and what God's putting in your life. So I feel like part of that attraction is literally quitting striving and quitting being in that way of the energy to allow things to come forward. Some of you guys may be dealing with like a new birth, whether it's birthing an idea. I know she's not pregnant, but I just see a pregnancy right there. So some of you guys, it's like you've attracted wonderful news. You've attracted this new beginning, this new opportunity, but some of it is like literally helping you birth something new. And you're in a very, not submissive, but trusting energy right now. At least with the universe. Once upon a midnight dreary. Creativity, there you go, creativity. So like Empress energy, birthing something new. Genius, writing, expression, artistic flow. Yeah, you guys are so like, you're going into this place of let me rest, but then like, let me rest in my element of being creative, of flowing, of following the flow instead of working against the flow, instead of working against the current, working with it. So it's like when you get the feeling to push through and do something, you do it, do it. But then you're letting yourself take breaks, and then you're working your hardest you can when the moment comes that, you know, you're shown. Like, it's not even you're shown. It's like when you have the energy, you're just jumping in for some of you. But regardless, it just seems like you're flowing with the universe. You're like, you're in alignment right now. And a lot of you, some of you are needing to take on that role. So maybe if you already know and you're already in that energy, maybe some of you are in that energy but haven't really jumped into it yet, or haven't really like taken on those opportunities. And like really you're in this place of like, you need to start doing that. Sorry, there's like a fly. Because yeah, the fly is like buzzing around you, like it's almost like the bug like bitten by the, not acting bug, I mean, I don't know, maybe some of you have like acting bug or something, but like bitten by, you know, this like inspiration or like, you know, the arrow or whatever. And it's like some of you just need to jump on it and go forward and take the signs as they've been given to you, and know that you know, part of resting and letting things come to you, but then when it comes to you, just like that dragonfly, you need to jump on it and go forward. So, okay, and then the other one, let's see, past, present, future. Spirit universe is a past, present, future for the month of August. For Virgo, I don't like doing super far into the future, just near future. But in August, what is their past, present, and future looking like? What are they going through? What is it? What's the picture look like for August? Look at the past, present, and future. You guys are in a good place, though. I say you guys, but we're in a good place. I don't like reading for me, though. I don't like thinking of it as me, because this is for the collective. Like, it's after the fact, then I'll be like, oh, this resonates. This is cool. This is cool. but I'm not trying to read for me because I have all sorts of other placements as well. So that's for you guys. Okay. I just thought of something. Some of you guys are sharpening your skills, sharpening things. I just was scratching on this and started making me think of like a cat sharpening its claws on a scratching post. And it's like some of you guys are utilizing the opportunities or the tools around you, or you're called to start sharpening your skills, sharpening things so that you can move forward into this new season. Also, I forgot, as we pulled that, to address that with the tub situation. Yeah, you're needing to turn around, look at things differently. It's just sometimes when you are trying to turn with the tub, like it kind of keeps slipping. So it's like, I feel like that's almost like saying, like, if you're in the element of that moment, of that comfortable place, you can be in that comfortable place. But there is a time when this dragonfly comes that you have to like take on, okay, this is what I'm going to go forward in. It's like fly energy. Yeah. So it's almost like when you stay in that, like if you're trying to turn around and look at everything in the tub, you kind of have to like change your element or change your intention in order to start looking around. Because if your intention is just to stay put, and then you're like looking around, trying to look around in the tub and trying to like push the sides, because your intention is pushing one way, you end up blocking that energy and not being able to, and it just keeps slipping. Kind of like I was saying, like, you don't want to contradict the energies by resting and everything, and then like resting to a point to where things start coming in, but then when it comes in, going to a place of like, God, this fly, going to a place of like, geez, of like, not, what was I saying? Or not jumping on it, one, but two, like, you've done the right thing as far as not contradicting the energy, as far as like not trying to do everything so much in yourself that, you weren't in a place of not trusting the universe. You did that right, but then now you have to do this right of trusting when the universe is like, okay, now it's time, So it's kind of that whole thing of understanding that like you have to be ready for adjusting your element and your intention in order to adjust, I guess. Like I'm saying in the tub or whatever. I don't know. We'll see more as we pull more cards. But I don't remember if I just did what I... Okay, I'm going to cut this again because I don't even remember. Oh, I did, because that's when I scratched. Huh. Okay, well, whatever. Okay. So, past, and I don't read reversals, so. This fly is really bothering me. It's like a gnat. Okay, the Magician. Sorry, I'm like annoyed by this now. The Fool. And 8 of Pentacles. Wow, okay. Then Queen of Wands. The Emperor. It says the Emperor, but like backwards I was reading it as Temperance. Like I was like literally reading the word as Temperance. So there might be something to that. We'll see. 3 of Swords. And then future 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and Ace of Cups. Okay, so what we're looking at here, I need to remember that I almost said Temperance for that. What we're looking at here is, so you got everything. You got what you need. Got what you say, just a friend. Sorry. Okay. So anyways, you got what you need. You got all the ability, everything. It's just a matter of taking the action. Oh my God, taking this action and getting rid of this fly. Taking the action and making the decision of what to choose, when, with what. It's almost like it's almost kind of like the High Priestess card of, you know, knowing when to use logic versus intuition, and, you know, vice versa. Balancing, you know, head knowledge and intuition. This is knowing, you know, when to use and how to use, and making that decision to do it. The tools you have, the pentacles, the cups, the swords, the wands, like this has everything in it. You already are equipped. So you're kind of going out into this, like some of you guys just went into this, like, I feel like jumped. Okay, so you kind of jumped into this full energy of, okay, I'm, you know, gonna go forward. We're not going to go forward, but gonna go and be open to whatever comes my way, whatever the universe brings. I'm open, like it's this really open energy of open for any adventure, open for anything, but so open that like you actually come into a place to be able to receive, to be able to trust. It's almost like this vulnerability, you know? And so, but the thing is they're not going forward. So I feel like some of you guys did this, and then you kind of also take it though backwards to come back and be like, oh, but I have everything. And then you come back here, and then, you know, you were coming back here again, and back and forth between having everything and wanting to take a leap, but then going back and making sure you want to have everything, and then going to take a leap and making sure you have everything. Some of you guys were kind of stagnant for a while. It's like, it's almost like, it's as if you were trying to make a decision, but really what it was you were trying to better yourself and feel like you have it all in the bag, that you are the best you can be. Some of you guys may have been trying to go back to the drawing board and better your skills and really enjoy that. But I feel like this energy of trying to go back and forth and almost perfectionism, not saying this is perfectionism, but this back and forth was keeping you from actually doing that. Also, some of you may be dealing with like a magician energy. And it's like you want to be yourself. You want to be in this element, but you kind of go back, keep going backwards. And like this, I just feel like there's like fire here. And then like even this, like I know this isn't fire. It's almost like sparks is what I'm seeing though. It is sparks. Okay, I think. So it's like some of you guys might have been dealing with a fire sign and just like keep going backwards. But then like, it's like, it just feels like it's been, oh my gosh, I just spit. It's been like, I'm gonna go with spitting. It's been messy because you've put your energy here and you've put your energy here. And some of you, that's a matter of trying to be that element in yourself and then going back, and then that and wanting to be here ultimately. And some of you, it's a past person too, person, connection, all that. You kept going backwards and going forwards. Even if you don't want to connect to this anymore in any, if this is like a romantic connection in a romantic setting, even if not, like, I mean, look, like they're like, it's almost like they're brother and sister looking. Not saying that this is a brother-sister connection, but it's like almost like a familial or like a soul tie, like past life connection where it's like, you can't help but feel like they're your family. So it's like you've never known life without them almost. Not saying that you haven't known life without them, but that's what it feels like. So it feels like this energy. Some of you, that can be a romantic connection, that can be a friend that you're just like, okay, I'm done with this friendship. You know, my new path doesn't involve this anymore. But that's all you've known. So you've kind of just gone back and forth. And in that, that's why like when I spit, it's like spitting everywhere. It's like, put back your energy in that. Like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic energy. It can just be energy. You put back the energy, you pour it into this connection, and then trying to come back here. And I feel like this is like, this can be a new person, but this can also be like you coming into yourself and building you separate from that, separate from this connection. So building yourself up after, because you're trying to really, I mean, gain your own independence, especially with the Fool card. It's like this open, like, okay, I'm going to go on this adventure, but then it's like, okay, wait, let me go back. Let me see. Did I forget something? Maybe they know like what I'm missing here. And this like, almost like kind of having trouble trusting yourself. And that's why you've kind of just gone back and forth like that. But you know there's joy here. You know if you work on yourself and you grow yourself, there's this joy here. There's this joy here too. Like, you know, some of you guys might be looking at a creative pursuit or something to bring in money, to bring in finances, abundance, you know, material opportunities. But like, you've just kind of been back and forth and you're asking yourself, is it keeping you away from this? At least that's, you know, in the past. The present, currently, you've got this Queen of Wands energy, which honestly, it looks very flirtatious. Like, she's like, you know, and this very like open, flirtatious energy of like, just, I don't know, like beckoning you. I feel like either that can be you. Some of you may be experiencing that in yourself with this new energy as you've finally gone forward or finally decided that this is what you were doing and you don't want to do that anymore. But also some of you guys, this is somebody else and this is a new connection you're looking at. And I feel like this is like either another person, another connection, another something, but it's something that feels like it's blocking you. It's like you want to get rid of this energy or you want to move on, whether it's a matter of getting rid of or just moving on to the light, into the light. I feel like the light inside the heart, through the heart, you want to like pierce, not pierce in a bad way, but pierce the heart, like really get to the heart of the matter of some things. And it feels like this Emperor energy has been blocking you. So it's like, I feel like this is a culmination of different things going on in your life, different things that have been blocking, and maybe even be like some of that. It's just, it's like this everything culminating into this energy that feels like it's blocking you from being able to see this in the light as a heart you can pierce through into the core of the matter. It just feels almost like a cups card. And it's like mentally though, you don't feel like you're fully there yet. Like you want to be there. You want to make this connection. You want to feel like this is flirty energy. You want to have this like influence in the passionate and creative pursuits. You want to go into that realm. Like I said, with somebody or by yourself. You want to do that. But there's a blockage here. And I mean, this blockage also, it's like, this person can have, wait. And then I almost read this as temperance. So it's like, I mean, this person can have like Sagittarius in their charts. I mean, this is like, yeah, I feel like, yeah, this, I mean, it would be like you. This is a fiery sign, fiery energy. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. But this person, I feel like, can have Sagittarius in their charts. I know this is almost like the ram, like with the horns, but I keep seeing like a bull. So like it may have like Taurus in their charts. This energy, but there's this energy that's blocking you from being able to fully feel like you're really piercing through the heart of the matter and really like I don't know, getting the marrow out of this connection, this new connection, whether this is with someone else or yourself. But this is so flirtatious, like so flirtatious and facing forward. It's like, let's go, like come plant a garden with me. Like, you know, like there's like this like flowers here and like, and then the cat's like, what? Like, I don't know. It just feels very dreamlike energy, like in their own world, but in a good way. Like, I don't know. And this feels very much like the cat came out of there and is like, what? Like, I don't want to be there anymore. Came here and is like, it's almost like you're the cat and you're like in that energy, or you see that energy and then you just keep coming back here. I don't know. That's weird, but yeah, you want to pierce through the heart of the matter. And then in the future, what I'm seeing is, you know, ultimately it's like you're trying to build this. You're trying to build something. You're trying to build yourself, build this connection, all of these things. I know this is normally, Pentacles can be a finances, material stuff card, but it also feels like this is like a culmination of everything, that you just want to feel like you can rest in this. rest in things and know that you've built enough that you can take that break, that you can be like, I don't need to focus on going forward because I'm gonna go forward. Like, I don't need to be obsessive about moving forward. I can even look back and heal in areas. I feel like some of you guys really want to heal past stuff that maybe it felt like you were like on the run too much, you know? But you want to be able to come to that place. And I feel like, see, this is like a card of giving, but I feel like also in this place of resting and trusting that everything's in alignment, you kind of want to give back to like parts of yourself. Again, like going back to school, you want to invest into old parts in yourself that you're trying to build up, or you're trying to, maybe things that you never really like fully let go into fruition, like maybe business stuff and things like that, or skills in yourself, and you just want to like pour back into old parts in yourself in this time of rest. I just feel like that. So you're trying to get to this place of rest, and in the future, that's, you know, what it's showing is that place of rest where you can be somebody that, you know, people can, I want to say, lean on your shoulder, but also like in this peaceful place. It's like this peaceful. I don't need to be in a fight, or not that this is fight or flight, but I don't need to be in a fight or flight response. Like, I don't have to, I can just look inwards. Like, I almost see this like a hermit card. And then from there, like really understanding how to give, like the spirit of giving, and knowing that, you know, the universe is, again, the universe has abundance for you. And so you have more than enough to give, as far as like connecting. I see this almost like a boat right here. I know it's not a boat. Oh my gosh, it's a scale. Okay, well, I was looking at the pictures. So let's say this is like a boat right here. So maybe giving to an opportunity to move, or giving to, it's pouring out. It's like, where are you pouring your energy? Are you pouring your energy to people? Are you pouring your energy to fix situations? Are you pouring your energy to move out of stuff? Regardless, you feel like free to actually pour out your energy, because you don't feel like you're being squeezed so much that you have nothing to give. But you've actually been building yourself, working on yourself, that when you come here, you actually feel like you have a choice as to how you're going to pour yourself into things. It's like, it's a really, I don't know, it's like, it's a loving energy. I feel like, I want to say, like, it feels like some of you guys may have had an issue with not wanting to be a provider, not wanting that stress or that pressure of providing, whether you actually did it or not. Like, there was some like wounds associated with that. And in this, like, you see how like the coin is like lit up? I feel like she's giving so much that it's like, what she's giving is like guiding the people that receive it into what to do with it, to where they're not worshiping her and being like, oh, you're so amazing, because that's not what she wants. That's not what you want. You want the people to start opening their eyes and understanding how the universe, how God, Spirit, God, universe wants to bless them and heal them. And you want to be able to give, well, obviously in a spirit of abundance, but you want to literally gift the ability for people to open their heart to the possibility of healing, love, and abundance for themselves. You want people to, when you give them something, when you pour into them, you don't want to be worshipped for it. You don't even want to be seen in it, most of you. You literally want to like have the people understand the opportunity that just came their way and like jump in it. You know what I mean? And it's also, I feel like you want people to like, just want to speak into people's hearts. It's like, as you penetrate this, like you're growing in this, and you want to give people what you feel like you're in the process of trying to uncover yourself. You want to give people the ability, the opportunity to be able to move, to be able to have the freedom to know that they don't have to be tied down to limiting beliefs and pains. And then ultimately, it's a new connection. It can be a new connection. It can be a new opportunity, a spiritual connection, a emotional connection. It can be a new relationship. But regardless, it's just opening up. Again, it's like this. Even if you read it like this, it's like this opening up. It's like working on this stuff here, working on yourself here, getting through and understanding that you have more to live for, and you don't need to be stuck in this place of grief, and you penetrate through. I mean, it's just a matter of time, penetrating through to where you're able to start receiving, connecting, and building those connections with other people, but also in yourself, in the things that you love and the things you enjoy. You're able to just like see the light. It's like that she's like in water, and like goes back up, and then the light comes back down, and then it goes this way and it goes this way. It's like all these different patterns and pathways, that there is not anymore just one way things can go. And it's just like this, like it's almost like it's spider webs, and it does so many different like patterns going everywhere, all the light, all the healing energy, to where it's just like thickens and thickens, as far as like the space between the light strings of light or whatever, if that's like healing energy and pathways, gets smaller and smaller and smaller, to where pretty soon it just looks like this solid ball of fire and energy and creative potential. And it's not even potential anymore. When it's that thick and that possible, it's like, it's almost like no matter what direction you go, not saying that this is the case per se, but when it's all done like that, it's like any direction you go is going to be part of your alignment, because you've created a pathway that like you've received and you've accepted and you've trusted what God wants to give you, to the point to where all the pathways that have been created are based off of opportunity and possibility from God, that there is no way to get off of the pathway anymore. I don't know how to describe that. Like, I don't necessarily believe that normally, but I feel like for you guys, like you guys kind of need to hear, like, this is such an element, an avenue of healing, and I want to say abundance, even though like, but in that way that like, it's like, it takes more work to not be in alignment once you're in this place than to screw up. You know, it takes more work to not be in alignment. It takes more running from opportunity and things like that, like obviously like not obviously deliberately, than just literally just like taking a hold of what's there. And it's almost like that fireball, like it's almost like a pentacle, like the pentacle, Ace of Pentacles. It's like you get this opportunity. As far as the whole theme with everything, Five of Cups, yeah. Five of Cups, it's like you can have this idea of, okay, these are spilled, and that's what you have done. But then there's also always this opening. So it's like this idea that you don't have to be like, almost like these are stains. You don't have to see things as tarnished anymore. And see the light that's like right, like grazing the edge of her, like all that. It's like showing how much light she's in. Like, yes, she's looking at this darkness, this stuff spilled. But for you guys in this reading right now specifically, not normally necessarily, she has the light shining on her. So she's able to look at this and not feel, I feel like that's what this is saying for you guys. You're going to be able to look at all this, and some of you guys are already coming in there right now, and not feel so much loss. Why do I want to say bereft? What does bereft mean? Bereft? Bereft. Oh, jeez. Okay, I feel like I have to look up what bereft means. Hold on, sorry. Bereft. Yeah, people get songs. I get like random words. Deprived of or lacking something. There you go. Yeah, bereft. I didn't know what that meant. She's able to look at this and not get sucked into emotionally, because this is cups, not get sucked into emotionally and maybe even intuitively. So not get like sucked into to where like her intuition gets thrown off because there's so much like darkness around her, all that, whatever. I'm not saying that that's where you are, but not get sucked into, when you look at this, when you look at the cups that have fallen, the losses, all that, not get sucked into that anymore, because she's standing in the light so much that she can literally look at this and like not even feel the effects of that. I feel like for you guys in this reading right now, it's like she's like, it's almost like these cups, like she's leading these cups. She's leading, like, it's almost like as if this is like in a wagon with her. I'm not saying it is, but you know, and it's like she's taking this, like she's the leader. She goes and then these come. And then she looks at these fallen, and those were her cups. But now that the sun's on her and she can see this in a completely different light, as like she doesn't have to be accepting that as her future outcome, as her curse, future reality, as any of that. She doesn't have to see that as her limitation. It's not her ceiling. She doesn't have a ceiling anymore. Like literally, it's like, you know, the sky is the limit. She looks down and suddenly like she has the freedom to look at that and be like, okay, cool, whatever, that was then. You know, because she actually knows what she can do now, and she knows how much power and how much, like, I feel like saying self-love, an ability to love others, an ability to just shine and pour out, because she knows she gets poured into so much that she has, that was then, this is now. Like, this is so cool. Okay, I'm excited for you guys, Virgo. Okay, so let's see what your current block is. I don't know. I mean, I could guess things, but that's not my job right now. I'm not trying to guess. But it's just like, that's such a good reading. It's like, what block? There's no blocks. But no, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what universe is showing. Spirit guide universe, what message do you have? Oh my gosh, this fly. What message do you have for Virgo for the month of August? Oh. So yeah, again, remember, that's what I said. As far as, where's that card? As far as the tub goes, oh my gosh, come on. Here we go. As far as the tub goes, it's like you won't be stuck in that tub anymore. It's like, even if you're in that tub, you're not limited to that element to the point to where you have to like, where automatically you slip because you're in that energy. I don't know how to describe that, but basically it's like you become separate from it. It's almost like suddenly you have friction and you're able to like turn around and do as you please because you're not in that same element. It's like you can operate in water. It's like the King of Cups. You can operate in water. You can operate in the emotional and the intuitive, but you don't have to be overtaken by it. You don't have to be consumed by it to the point to where you only follow those rules. If that makes sense. Like, you create your own rules. You manifest your own abilities, I want to say, but also you manifest your own physical laws. I don't know. But basically that's kind of like going back to the tub and stuff. Okay. Spirit guide universe, what is the current block that Virgo, for the month of August, what is blocking them from being their highest potential selves? What do you have? What are you showing them? especially in regards to the reading so far and the vision that you've shown. What's blocking them? What's blocking Virgos? Ah! Pulling down all at once. Trying to drop everything into one and putting all that energy into one thing to where you have all the, what's it called? Sometimes all the pressure into one area, and it makes it to where sometimes, even if that's supposed to go right, when you have that much pressure in that area in your mind, suddenly there's so much weight there that it's almost like it goes against the energy that is actually needed to be there for that to manifest, to go forward, to come forth for you. Okay. Look at that. That's so crazy. I would just like went backwards, slide off, slide off. That was so weird. I don't know what to make of that one though. That part. Like slides off backwards. It's almost like it's like a receipt coming out, you know, like something's coming out for you and it's slowly coming out. And that's the alternative. The alternative of having everything fall one area is like, it literally can start coming out like a receipt where it's like, okay, do you want your receipt? Okay, here we go. And it prints out. You know, do you want your receipt? Do you want it printed or do you want it emailed to you? And it prints out. And it's like, that's the way the universe wants to work with you, as like, is like, okay, do you feel you're ready for this? Is this for you? If you want to accept and say this is for you, then push this button, do these actions, do this, boop, 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 boop. There you go. You know, that's the way the universe wants to work with you. But like, sometimes you put all that pressure in like all one area and you're like, this has to work. This is so, and the universe is like, wait, you changed our entire relationship. Like, I wasn't this demanding God universe from you. I was just like, oh, is this what you want? Okay. You know, it's like it's like you start changing a relationship with your idea of abundance and what Spirit, God, universe has for you. And it's like, you can either look at universe as operating according to what you've always known in that structure and struggle, like in the tub. Or you can start seeing that you actually don't have to be a part of the tub anymore. Did I say this for Virgo last time? I feel like I said this for Virgo last month. The idea that you're no longer needing to bend the spoon. You bend the reality around the spoon. I feel like I said it for Virgo last month. And when I said it for Virgo last month, I said it in regards to, like, I was like saying, oh, one of the tarot readers have been saying this. And this really is like, this is like a statement that rings true. But yeah, it's like, yeah, it's everything is just, I already did that, right? Yeah, okay. Everything is just like at your disposal. Disposal, is that the right word? That's so weird, at your disposal. If something's at your disposal, it means it's for you, it's available to you. But disposal means getting rid of. Okay, sorry, I'm like all over the place right now. But I feel like there's something to that too, because it's like, that's how much the universe wants to give you, that you can be given so much that you have no pressure in using it and no pressure in being perfect in it, to the point to where you'd be willing to throw it away because you know how much more the universe still is giving you. So you know it'll just keep coming anyways. So it's almost like when you go to a restaurant and you eat peanuts and you just like throw the shells on the ground and it's like, okay, well, it's gonna get cleaned up anyways, that's fine. And you know, like, that's what it's meant to be at that restaurant. I know it's kind of a weird analogy, but it's kind of like that. It's like, you know, like, God is trying to show you, like, everything is given to you to the point to where it can be at your disposal. To the point to where it's like, or everything is at your disposal. So literally it's like, available to you to the point of being almost overflowing to where you're like, I don't know if I have room for all this. This is so much and amazing. Like, that's how much like the universe is trying to give you and is trying to like show you how it wants to work with you. Like, that's how God wants to work with you. That's how Spirit wants to work with you. Current block. Seven of Swords. Yeah. King of Pentacles. And the Emperor. Okay. So current block, normally Seven of Swords card I read as like, well, okay, I'm going to read it both ways. Maybe it's both ways for you guys right now. Okay, there's two ways to read the Seven of Swords. It can be either as a thief card, taking what's not yours, sneaky, whatever, that energy. The other way, the way it can be read is going forward with something, pushing through with something, even to the point of when you're like, okay, well, no one's backing me up, whatever, I'm still going to just do this anyways. I'm going to do this on my own. So it's that kind of energy. For those of you that it's a thief card, it's like, okay, well, I'll just say that and then we'll go forward from there. So then King of Pentacles is authority in finances and abundance. Material. I'm trying to see because there's two ways I'm reading that right now. Okay, so what it is, I'm reading it not really linear right now, but the block is like, it's like you have this King of Pentacles. It's like, this is like you, right? And this is the energy like your highest self, right? And I mean, I'm just saying as far as like having authority and knowing the universe wants to bless you and knowing that and trusting that and being willing to invest in things because you know it's not going to be a loss because it's going to come back to you. So the more you can invest, the more you trust you can invest, the more you build trust, the more all that, right? There's two ways. One part of you is like, I need to grab from here as I can while I can. While the going's good, I need to get some. I need to work off that energy. I need to take from that energy while the going's good. Like from yourself. It's almost like thinking like the other shoe's gonna drop and being like, okay, well, while everything's still good, like let me try to take advantage of these opportunities. And there's nothing wrong with feeling like, okay, you know, I need to do things, you know, while I can, blah, blah, blah. But if it's coming from a belief of something's gonna go wrong and everything's gonna go wrong, then that is limiting and that actually starts cutting off that abundance mentality to be able to bring that energy forward. Okay. The other energy that you keep taking from this is, okay, well, if this is the way it is, then I'm gonna say it's almost like this rigid, like it's this rigid authoritative energy that you're pulling from here. And I feel like it's like needing of a tower moment. It's like, see, he's like sitting here, sitting like this. It's like, It's very pompous energy. Like, not saying you're pompous, but this energy of like, I don't have to move a muscle. Everything's gonna work. But it's kind of feels rigid. So it's like, if you really believe everything's gonna work, then like, do you need that environment for it to work? I feel like it's almost like a tower energy of like, part of the reason you think everything's gonna work is because it's not changed. Not saying that that's what you're going through, but this energy right here is, it's like, because it looks a certain way. It's like following the physics, following, okay, well, if I'm in the element of water, everything is gonna act this way. I know because I know what I'm working with, and so this is what's going to happen. So it's a very limited, like, well, this is what's always happened, and this is going to happen, and kind of resting comfortably in that. So it's like when you go here, some of you kind of might get too comfortable, but it's coming from a place of, I'm comfortable because I know what I'm working with, and if things did change and wasn't what I was working with anymore, all hell would break loose inside me. I wouldn't know what to do. That's that energy. So it's like part of you, it's like this, like so held on to your securities and your creature comforts and things like that. because you were like, oh, abundance, abundance, cool, cool, cool. But you came here and you're like, okay, well, I can just manifest anything I want. And then like, but then like suddenly you've kind of got sucked into that. Well, it always has to look like this. And then the other energy, like I said, you've pulled from here is, well, just in case this ends one time, I need to do everything I can. But again, it's like, it's this really back and forth opposites. So I feel like that's been your energy block, is this deep down idea that if it came crashing down, you wouldn't have this strength. You wouldn't be able to operate in your element. And then the other fear that if it came crashing, that it's going to come crashing down soon at some point. So you need to do as much as you can. But the thing is when you do that, do as much as you can, it goes to that place of, remember, putting too much at one place, and then you have all this like pressure that it needs to happen as, you know, in that way. And then like, you know, that your happiness is based off of that, instead of that receipt mentality that like, it's just coming out and God's like, okay, are you ready for this? Is this where you stand in this? Okay. You know, so it's like, it's a very like push and pull within yourself and with that energy, and it's kind of limited you. So, so that is the, Virgo reading. I hope that resonated for you guys. If it did resonate, like I said, check out the Patreon link in the description below. That way you can access all of my extended readings. It should be around $5 to do that. So I want to make that affordable for people. Also, what was I going to say? Oh yeah. So if you haven't liked, comment, subscribed, whatever, I suggest you do subscribe so that you don't miss out on any new content. And feel free to share the videos, especially like, even if you don't know, you know, if people have Virgo in their charts or whatever, you know, people will see what they're meant to see. So that just helps my channel grow, and it's amazing. So I thank you guys that have already been liking, commenting, and subscribing. Like I said, I'll put the decks in the description below, and I will see you at the extended.